I always feel so like awkward when I do sit down videos. It's triggering. I feel like I'm doing a breakup video or something. Anyway, hello. I'm sitting here looking at what I'm about to edit, what you're watching right now, and I realized I just need to bridge the gaps in between the footage I have over the past week. I typically film in a way that is like storytelling or one solid day, so you're kind of getting a play-by-play throughout like every hour, 2 hours, whatever. But this is very random, and as much as I would love to just throw it all together and slap a song over it and make it a cute montage, I do want to give it some context because a lot has changed over the past week. So let's go through my camera roll together. I don't know about you guys, but my camera roll, when I can't remember what I did in the past week, it is my memory. I don't say that in a happy way. That's actually quite sad that I can't just recall what I've done in the past 7 days. But you ever do that? Like when you're, oh, what did I do on Monday? You go look at your camera roll. Well, let's just start where we left off last. I test drove the Bronco. Super nice car, super cute, but honestly, as much as I did like how it drove, which I was surprised about, I just don't think it's the car for me. I think that's a really fun type of car, but what I'd be paying just feels so silly for someone who's not really gonna be using it as the utility type of vehicle that it is. So you know what, I actually need to email that guy back and tell him I'm not gonna do it. So that leads us to the start of today's video, where I finally was able to get into Toyota. As you saw in the last video, they were closed, and then I even called another location a few days after that, and they were like, yeah, sorry, we don't have any Land Cruisers. I don't know what's up. I don't know if it's a shortage or I don't know, part of me also thinks it's just a New York thing where like people aren't really buying cars as much out here. But I finally found one, and just roll the clips. We're back. We're trying again because they're actually open today. I forgot my camera, so it's gonna be on my phone. I'm so sorry for any audio or visual disturbances, but I literally just rolled up and looked in my bag and was like, fuck. Okay, here's this. Ooh, the door is heavy. Oh, fuck. This is fire. I don't have words. Let me see how it drives, but like, this feels heavy, and I like that. That's what I loved about my X6. This is comfy. Heck of buttons. I think I saw online it has, yeah, a cool box. That's so cool. Back seat is big. Oh my god, the back seat's fucking nice. I think they have ones with moon roofs, which I would really like, but it's not like a must-have because I'm not sitting back here, but that would be nice. A little vent, little climate control in the back seat. Like, listen how heavy this door is when I close it. Oh yeah, this color is god-awful, but the vision's there. Well, shit. That one has a down payment already, or like a, I don't know, reserved, whatever. So I can't test drive it. And that's the only one they have right now. But they're getting another one of that same like ugly ass color. They're getting another one of those in like a week. So I guess I could just go test drive that one. And then if I like it, I looked up the Huntington location, which is like an hour away, has the colorway that I want. So then I would just go, theoretically go take an hour Uber ride to that location and get it there. But I don't want to make that Uber ride just for a test drive because that feels silly. I'm trying not to do the thing where I'm like, does this mean it's not meant to be? Because that's not the case, but I can't help but think it. All right, we're back at 7-Eleven. Let's get a snack again. This sucks. I just need a car. After I had my snack at 7-Eleven, I was just like clicking around on my map and I saw Lexus was down the street. I was like, perfect. I'd seen a little bit online about the Lexus GX 550. They're beautiful, they're expensive, but they are beautiful. And Lexus is also a really great car brand. I've never owned one, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. So I'm like, let's go down to Lexus. It's literally abandoned. It's closed down. Like, BMW would never do this to me. Do I just go to BMW? I don't know what to do. I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone, and little things like this keep happening. It was closed. It wasn't just closed, it was abandoned. So at this point, you guys know me, I read into everything, for better or for worse. And I'm sitting there just like, looking to the sky like it's not meant to be. What do? I even started thinking, oh my God, is this the universe trying to protect me from like not going on this drive, blah, blah. And then I was like, okay, you're gonna go into spiritual psychosis. Let's not do that. No, all seriousness, I was pretty like discouraged though. I was just like, I really need a car. Now I started stressing. I mean, I plan on leaving around like the 22nd. I got less than 2 weeks. I need a car. So that following Monday, I did what I do best and I avoided all productivity, because when I get really overwhelmed with my to-do list, I freeze. I gotta freeze for like 1 day and then I'll go into productivity the next day. So all in that same breath, my friend Kylie reached out to me and she was just like, hey, can we hang? Like, I'm kind of going through it right now. I hadn't seen her in a really long time too, so I was like, yeah, let's catch up. I met her at Soho House in Dumbo. I don't have a membership, she does, and I guess you could bring a guest. I'd been there a few times before, but like when it was really busy and it was late at night. Going there Monday at like a 2 p.m., it was honestly great. It was quiet. It was literally just us and maybe one other person across the restaurant. We had a little corner booth outside, ordered lunch, caught up. It was great. But all this to say, you know, we got there at like 2:30. Around like 3:30, we see them setting up a sound stage and we're like, what's going on? So we ask our waitress, we're like, you know, is someone performing? Is it like open mic night? Like, what's up? She was like, yeah, Natasha Bedingfield is doing like a pop-up show here tonight. We're like, what? These two men walk out. One sits down with the guitar, assuming her guitarist at this point. We're like, sure. And then another guy's walk around with an iPad and he's doing sound check. And we're kind of distracted for a second, but Kylie and I go back to our conversation, and then all of a sudden we hear doo, 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 like the classic opening chords of Unwritten. And we just broke our necks and we're like, the sound check alone was amazing. Like, I could have just listened to this guy rip those chords on loop for 45 minutes and I would have been like, so they wrap sound and now it's us, those two guys, and now maybe two other people across the restaurant. Still really, really dead. Kylie started the conversation because Kylie works in the music kind of like touring production space. So she immediately was like, what's up? Like, is she on tour? Like, what are you guys doing? Are you guys through Live Nation? Blah, blah, blah. Just starts, you know, industry talk. And I'm sitting here like, and we ended up sitting down with those two guys. Their names were Rod and Scott. And we ended up sitting down with them for hours. So that was at 3:30. Her show didn't start till 6:30. And we literally sat with them for like 2.5, 3 hours until she had to come on. Best conversation I've had in so long. It was truly one of those moments where I was like, this is why you talk to strangers. Like, start conversations with strangers. You never know who you're gonna meet. It was such great conversation. We skimmed the surface about like what we do and blah, blah, blah for maybe the first 15 minutes. And then after that, we were talking about like freaking societal pressures and AI and what it's doing to our society. And like, we just all mushed our brains together and it was just such an awesome conversation. So now it's probably like 6, maybe 5:45, 6. We're getting closer to showtime, and Rod mentioned that one of his friends was also coming to watch the set. So we got to meet her. Her name is Miriam, and she was so sweet. We all immediately clicked, and we just got to enjoy this like private little set. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. It was such a good show. It was only like, I want to say like 4 or 5 songs, but all acoustic, very intimate. After the show, Scott and Rod came back over to like our little booth area and we all chilled there for another like 3 hours, got a glass of wine, just kept talking, kept shooting the shit. But as we were wrapping up that night, they were like, yeah, we have another show tomorrow at Irving Plaza. Like, do you guys want to come? We're like, sure. So they put us on the guest list, and the very next night we went to Irving Plaza. I had never seen a show at that venue before. I really liked it. We literally got to stand like in the sound area with Scott, the sound guy. It was so cool. It was also so cool to like see him do his like, I mean, it's this, you ever seen like at a sound stage or anything, like that big row of just buttons? It looks like something that would be in like the mothership going to like another planet. And he's just like, I don't even know what he's doing, but doing something. It was so cool to see like Rod just ripping on stage. He's so talented. Rod Castro, if you want to look him up. And Natasha was so good live. She was so good on an acoustic level, so I knew she was gonna be amazing live, but she still just blew me out of the water. That girl needs to have a rock album. I'm assuming this has always been in her, because I feel like that's a thing when we grow up with artists that are like primarily pop just to like stay afloat in the industry. When they break out of their shell, their industry shell, and you hear that other side of their voice. I mean, we even got that with Miley, right? Like we got her like side. I feel like it's a mix of that and just like female voices maturing. I feel like, I mean, that's proven, like female voices get deeper as we mature. But whatever it was, her voice was so good. She did a cover of Zombie. The show was really cool because I feel like, again, when you're such like an iconic kind of like early 2000s artist in today, you're bridging what you're known for and what you want to forever honor, and like, you know, majority of the people there are there to see, but you also want to bridge like, hey, but I've also grown and this is the new me, and here's my artistry that I never got to show you back in the 2000s when freedom of expression was even harder to do when you were under the reins of a label. And the set was so like beautifully curated where, you know, she would do the Unwritten or Pocket Full of Sunshine, you know, all the songs we love, but they would still be like orchestrated in such a unique way where it wasn't just like a track behind her just playing the radio version. Like she was harmonizing with herself. It was just so creative. But then at the end, like she would finish lyrically, but they would keep the music going at the end of the song, and it would transform, like mash up into another song. And then boom, she's singing. She even did like one tiny little verse of Lose Yourself by Eminem. Like what? You would never put those together, but her team is just so good at like putting all these genres together. It was just a beautiful mashup, if I could put it into like a simple term, but it was so much more than just a mashup too. So that was Tuesday, and then I woke up with a migraine from hell. I feel like I just crawled out of a cave. I had a migraine from hell yesterday. So bad that I actually ended up taking my rizatriptan, which is my like prescription level medication. I haven't taken that for a migraine in almost a year because I've been able to just manage it with like a lot of Tylenol. Whew, that was bad. So I'm definitely in like a little bit of a migraine hangover, but I'll take this over an actual migraine any day. I'm about to cook and then get ready and go to Alex's. We're gonna record. I'm actually gonna bring a HelloFresh meal to make for me, her, and Z. This is the miso butter mushroom lo mein. Oh, it's new too. I knew I had never seen it, then I saw the new thing at the top. This looks so good. So I'm gonna bring that for later, but right now I'm gonna make the chicken tabbouleh bowls. And look, enjoy this gut-friendly meal. Take charge of your gut with Nature Made. That's cool. Oh, and little like pro tips. Swap sour cream for Greek yogurt for an even more gut-friendly option. This is really cool. Very smart, HelloFresh. Anyway, yeah, this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. They're getting me through all of the stress of this move. I think that's also why I got a migraine, to be honest. I'm just like, ugh. But HelloFresh is helping me eat through the stress. Let's cook. Wait, yeah, look, it came with a little dose of these. That's so cute. Today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh makes it so easy to enjoy hassle-free, better-for-you home-cooked meals, and they've recently doubled the size of their menu to offer 100+ recipes each week. They use high-quality ingredients, including seasonal, fresh produce and proteins that travel from the farm to your doorstep. Everything's packaged very carefully and pre-portioned, so everything's pre-measured and you reduce waste. I get it, cooking can be such a chore, but with HelloFresh, they do the planning, the shopping, and the delivering of the ingredients right to your doorstep. Not to mention, they have the easy-to-follow recipe cards, which make it such a breeze. From the comfort of your own home and with the ease of the HelloFresh app, you'll enjoy familiar, flavorful meals that satisfy your stomach and your wallet. Take advantage of the new HelloFresh by using my code KMcAteeFM at HelloFresh.com for 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. 1 free meal per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as a discount on the first box, new or returning subscribers only, varies by plan. Sign up today, click the link down below, or use my code KMcAteeFM at HelloFresh.com. This looks stunning. I honestly feel like these bowls make everything look so pretty too. I don't think I've ever had bulgur. Is that what it's called? Bulgur? The green. Is it a green? It's kind of like it's a cross between like quinoa and couscous. Very good. Oh my god. This little feta sauce. I did end up swapping it for Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. And the chicken's so good. If something has harissa, I always enjoy it. I'm gonna scarf this, get ready, and go to Alex's. This past Saturday, I was dog sitting during the day, and then I stepped away at one point to go test drive a car. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw my story, but I did end up going to BMW. And if you've been along with my journey of test driving, I did mention I tried to step out of my comfort zone. BMW is, besides one other car I've had before, is all I've ever had. It's my first car. I'm comfortable with BMW. I love BMW, like truly a fan of the brand. And I cracked and I had to go. And I went to BMW and I test drove the car I had my eye on, and it was beautiful and I was very happy. And I knew I'd be happy. I don't even know why I went and test drove it, but I think I was just, I don't know. I also hadn't driven, I test drove a 330 and I hadn't driven a 330 since 2020. So I'm like, maybe they're different now. I don't know. Anyway, Leanna's sister, her ex-boyfriend, they're like really good friends now, super close. Mutual breakup, really great. But they're close now, and his name's Quinn, and he works for BMW in Beverly Hills. So Gina, Leanna's sister, told me to hit up Quinn if I do end up wanting to go with a BMW. And I've had his like phone number in my back pocket when I was doing all the searching through like Bronco and Toyota and all that. But I finally was like, I gotta text Quinn. So it was actually the day before I test drove that BMW. I texted him, was like, hey, I'm on the hunt. I'm test driving this tomorrow. What do you have in your inventory? Blah, blah, blah. Like, this is what she's quoting me for a price. Like, what's your vibe? Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, honestly, no, not even a long story, because he was so helpful that he literally made it the easiest thing in the world. I hopped on like 1 or 2 calls with him, told him everything I would like and the price that I would like it, and Quinn hooked it up, and I got a car. I don't have it yet because it's being shipped from Nashville. The second I get it, I will do a car tour for you guys. It's beautiful. But if you've been following me for a long time, it's literally the same car I had in 2018, the white 330, peanut butter guts, like gorgeous. I love that car. I will say that my X6 is my favorite of all time, but that car was such a gas guzzler, and I just don't think I need it as like a single person. When I had it in LA and I was like driving around Leanna and Alex all the time, like sure, but even that, it was greedy that I even had a car that big. I do not need a car that big. So yeah, I will show you guys right when I have it, but shout out Quinn at Beverly Hills BMW. I not only worked with him, but the Jabbar in finance, Chris was another salesperson I spoke to coordinate some things. This is all within like 12 hours too. They were so boom, 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 efficient, but comfortable. I feel like the car buying process could be so like, yes, I would like a car. Like, I don't know. I always kind of get on edge when I do it, but it was so comfortable. And I did it all over the phone, which is even crazier. That took out so much stress for me. I'm just so grateful for all the help I had. I'm grateful to even have had the connection. But like, if you guys are ever in the area, I introduce you to Quinn. He was incredible. So once I locked that in, I'm still honestly finishing a few things, but it's pretty much locked in. I went and checked on Vixen one more time. I came home and I cooked the best dinner. This looks so good. I've been doing this for 4 hours. This meat, like, no knife. That's crazy. A little bit of mashed potato and a crispy mushroom. Cheers. This was truly an experiment meal. I had no idea how it was gonna turn out. That's fucking good. This meal was kind of funny because it all started when I had, like, one of my neighbors came over the other night and we had a glass of wine, or I guess 2 glasses of wine, but I still had like a little bit left and I didn't want to drink it. So I was looking at the wine bottle like, I don't want to waste it either. What can I make? And then I was like, ooh, what if I made a yummy, just like classic braised short rib? But then I was really craving kind of Asian flavors. So I put those two together. I went to the grocery store and I completely just riffed on this whole recipe. And I am so proud of myself. That was honestly the most fun I've had cooking in a really long time. I really haven't been cooking these past few months, especially with like travel and just stress and stuff. Like, you know, it's not in the forefront of your brain. I'm just kind of like eating to get by in between the moments that I can. But it felt really good to just put on my favorite show, light a candle. Apartment was spotless. Link was tired after a long walk and I was like, I'm just gonna cook for me. I did film it, but that is also something I love and enjoy so much. So when I film something, it's like makes it 10 times even better because I get to share it with you guys. And then I woke up to a text from Kylie this morning, girl I went to Soho House with last Monday. And she was like, I need a live show of cooking with Kristen because that looked so good and I need to know how you did it. So that also got my wheels turning, but I gotta take one thing at a time right now. Maybe that'll be an endeavor in the new kitchen at the new place. And that's the end of the camera roll. That's what I've been up to. Now that the car's done, I feel good. I just canceled my health insurance, which felt really good to do because it is so expensive in New York. I also pay out of, like, I pay out of pocket. I'm obviously not employed. I don't get benefits by anybody. In New York, insurance is so expensive. You know what? I'll just be honest with you. I was paying $1,000, $1,000 and some change every single month. It is health insurance. You need it. All the things. I definitely have taken advantage of it over my time living here. I've been to the ER twice. I've done all these things, but $1,000 a month, crazy. So I'm very excited to get back to California because it's not that expensive there. Not that expensive. Still expensive, but not that expensive. Today is the 13th. Like I said, I'm looking to leave probably around like the 22nd is kind of what I'm shooting for as of now. And I am so excited to start that drive. I'm excited to get my car. I'm excited to just drive across the country. Like, what? I'm still kind of trying to figure out how I want to document that. So stay tuned for that. Let me know if you have any ideas. Let me know how you guys liked this style of kind of reflecting on my week too. I don't know if it's necessarily something I'll do in the future unless you guys really liked it, but this is just what I felt like I needed to do for all this like random kind of bits. But stay tuned for a cute little car tour. Maybe I'll do that on TikTok. I don't know. New episode of Advice is also out right now. We asked you guys for any tips that you have for long distance friendships. It was sad. It was a sad ep, but it was really helpful stuff. So thank you to everybody who wrote in. We needed that. I actually need to edit together the highlights for that episode right now. So I gotta go. Love you. Bye.